Bill Crook and Dale Johnson tonight from Campbell Field in Corbin, where as
usual when Corbin plays the Cumberland Redskins, we have rain. It's been raining prior to the game. As a matter of fact, the game has been delayed at this point about 30 minutes while the storm blew over, but light rain is still falling. And Bill Crook, I would think without a doubt that because of the rain, our crowd is down a little bit for this home opener.
It is somewhat down, Don, and I don't expect there'll be too many more people here since the game was supposed to have started 30 minutes ago. But on nights like this, you can understand with the lightning that was involved and the steady rain that we had there for probably 45 minutes or so. But we've got a fairly representative crowd over in the Red Hound section, and I expect that the Red Hounds are going to put on a pretty good performance if we can ever get this thing unwound.
Well, we've watched them play a couple of games this year. They're 1-1, and they have been impressive. And in the loss, they were impressive. A few mistakes cost them the game against Highlands, but they came back a couple of weeks ago against Henderson, and I think they showed the people of West Kentucky just what mountain football is all about.
Well, I think so too, Don, and I think probably the biggest attribute that we've displayed to this point in the season has to be attitude. We have had an aggressive, physical attitude in comparison with what we've had over the last few years, and I would like to attribute a lot of that to one of our new coaches. I think Steve Jewell has helped instill that aggressive attitude in our defense, and if we can avoid a few penalties here and there, and Steve told me if I'd ease up on him a little bit, he might avoid a few, then I think that we're going to have a very physical ball club, and I think we can go a long ways with this team.
The Cumberland Redskins come in as a team that we're not taking, I think a lot of people at least, are not taking real seriously, a team that has not been impressive thus far this year, but memory serves me right. When Cumberland plays Corbin, they've shown us a real hard time over the years.
Well, they certainly have, and of course they've got a new coach this year, Don. I've done a little scouting on Ron Frazier, I think is his name, Ron, and he played his football at Moorhead, was a high school player at Whitesburg, and was outstanding while he was there at Moorhead. He even got in a few games with the Kansas City Chiefs as a linebacker. Talking with their film man up here, Mr. Howard, he indicated that Coach Frazier had instilled some discipline that could possibly have been lacking in the last few years of Coach Ron Kane's era, but he thinks and feels like that the Cumberland team will improve as the season goes along due to this strong disciplinary program that Coach Frazier's instilled.
Well, this is our third game of the year. We are so glad you joined us for the playback on this Sunday night of Corbin Red Hound football here on Channel 19. Don East up with Bill Crook and Dale Johnson will return in a moment with the start of tonight's football game. So we're about ready to go with football. Another big shower of rain came down. It's let up just a moment now as Cumberland has won the toss, elected to receive, and there's a slight breeze behind the back of Brad Rucker, who will be kicking off for Corbin. Brad is really getting a workout on those numbers. He's wearing his third different jersey number this year. He'll be number 3 this game. He's a 6'1", 217-pound senior, doing a good job in practice. Notice he was booting them in from about 40 yards away.
He certainly was, Don. He was kicking them through there one right after another, bad snaps or whatever. As soon as they get him down, he was booming it through from about 40 yards. And he showed a great deal of consistency, Don, over at Henderson County when he was kicking one extra point right after another over there without any problems whatsoever. I think Brad's going to be a big asset to the football team.
So the Cumberland Redskins now will send Buchanan deep. He'll be flanked by number 22, Charles Tensey, and Jason Adams to the left side. However, it's coming up to the short man and taken by Buchanan. Buchanan trying to race around that right side, will be taken down by number 63, Todd Abney, on the pursuit.
And Todd's always been a good special teams player, Don. He always gets down the field quick on kickoffs. Always been very impressive for his last, well, this is the third year. When he was a sophomore, that's one of the things I picked up about Todd Abney, is the way he got down the field on a kickoff.
So it'll be at the 17-yard line where the Redskins will open this football game as Jason Adams is the quarterback, 175-pound junior. And on the first play of the football game from scrimmage, the Redhounds are there to meet the challenge. As on the carry was number 22, Charles Tinsley, and the sophomore gets maybe a yard at most.
And in on the tackle was Jonathan Wells and Corey Reeves, and up from the secondary came Jason Gooden. And I'll tell you what, Jason Gooden, number 19, is really having a super year, Don. He's been a standout on defense in every game to this point, and he was right in on the initial tackle this time.
So the line of scrimmage was the 18. He gets it to the 19-yard line. A pickup of 1 by Tinsley now. And the pitch this time will go to Tinsley again, trying that side, and Tinsley gets good yardage this time. Looks like he got enough for a first down up to around the 30-yard line.
And the tackle was made by Mark Dudley. Mark, I've been calling him a senior all year because he's played with such experience. But actually, Mark Dudley's only a junior, as he's reminded my daughter Mindy several times. So way to go in there, Mark. We'll have you around for 2 years.
The first down of the football game for Cumberland now up to about the 30-yard line on an 11-yard run by Charles Tinsley. By the way, his name is Mark. I was calling him Tim. Here's Tinsley again, I believe it is, and he'll be stopped near the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard to about the 31.
Yeah, his dad's Tim Dudley. It kind of dates me a little bit because I coached Tim Dudley in Little League basketball, and it sure doesn't seem like it's been that long ago.
So it'll be a yard on this play. Ball right near the 30-yard line. Some of us were discussing the lack of alignment on this field. It's a beautiful field, but we never have it lined where you can tell where the yard markers are or anything about it. We can look over to the far side and see them at times, but maybe we can get something done about that one of these years. Been talking about it 29 years now. Okay, this time it'll be Chris Adams, the big fullback, and Adams just barrels his way forward to about the 35-yard line. Got about 5 yards.
The play was very slow and developing, Don. I don't really know what happened to our defense on that play because we just weren't in there hitting real good, and they just more or less waded through us like we were water, picked up about 5 yards.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 5 for Cumberland now. Just getting underway. Of course, for those of you watching the replay, it's not delayed where you are, but it's delayed where we are by about 45 minutes in getting this game started. Here we go. The pitch will be coming to Buchanan, trying to cut the corner and looking for the first down. He will not get it as he stopped after getting maybe a yard to the 36.
And initial contact was made by Corey Reeves. As he kind of slid away from Corey, up came Sean Sargent along with number 60, Jonathan Wells, to finish him off, and that puts him in a punting situation, and that's what we needed to do, stop this first drive early.
It'll be 4th down and 4 yards to go for the Redskins now as they have the ball at their own 36-yard line, and punt formation will be it'll be Charles Tinsley. Corbin with Dudley and Kennedy back, but that one goes off the side of his foot. It'll be a short kick over midfield and out of bounds at about the Corbin 46-yard line.
You know, Don, the receivers back for the Redhounds were not very deep, but I can see why. Evidently, he's been kicking the ball that way all year. He just absolutely clubbed it.
Well, the Redhounds will get good field position here at their own 46-yard line. And we'll look at that backfield for Corbin. Burt Kennedy is the quarterback. He's a 6', 170-pound senior. He'll have in the backfield Chuck Selvey, number 32, a 5'10", 185 senior. And Kenny Davis is back there, number 25, as Corbin gets set to go on their first offensive play with Selvey to the right. It'll be Kennedy rolling out. Kennedy trying to cut the corner. He does. He's at midfield, the 45-40. Kennedy is taken down at about the 35-yard line.
And that's something that you just can't develop, Don. You have to be born with that type of quickness and speed to cut the corner on a play like that. And that makes it very difficult to defend for the defensive team. They stretch them out, and they can run up on them inside if they can go outside. So Kennedy is really a threat from an offensive position.
His 17-yard run has given Corbin a first down at the 37-yard line. It'll be Dudley this time, a wide out to the right side from the 37 of Cumberland. Kennedy on the roll to the right side. Here he goes, turning the corner. There he goes across the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10. Knocked down, but he's deep in Cumberland territory.
And it's very simple when you can seal your blocks off like Corey Reeves did that time. Corey came up, made the block that enabled Brent to turn the corner, and once he got around the corner, his speed was turned on, and it's all the way down to the 10-yard line, 9-yard line.
Well, right at the 10, we'll call it, just inside the 10-yard line. That's a 27-yard run, another Corbin first down, and so the Red Hounds are rolling. They'll have it first down and goal to goal from there. Kennedy has carried 2 times, and Corbin is threatening now. It'll be Selvey this time. He'll turn on the speed around that right side and goes in almost untouched for a touchdown.
He really made it look easy. His blocking was excellent on the right side, and Chuck put a little juke on the cornerback there that was real pretty. He wasn't even able to touch him, and he went in to the end zone without even having a finger laid to him.
Well, he goes about 10 yards, and Selvey, with 8 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the initial period now, has given Corbin a 6-0 lead. Corbin quickly is going to go. Uh-oh. They tried that against Tates Creek. It didn't work there, and I don't believe it's worked here. Try to catch the other team napping.
I'm not so sure that it didn't work because we tried it. I kind of feel like that possibly it may not have worked because Raleigh didn't understand what they were doing out there. Is that the head official? Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure I understand, so we're in the same boat.
That's legal to do that.
All right. I don't think the ball had been marked according to his rules, but nevertheless, that'll give Rucker a chance to boot it up and get the point.
Oh, yeah.
So, with 8 minutes and 14 seconds to go here in the opening quarter, we have a timeout with the score Corbin 7, Cumberland nothing.
Yeah, they held it up.
R.L. Owens, one of our sponsors, just got here to the ball game, and he thought he was going to be late and come here about halftime. R.L. just walked into the press box and says he thought it'd be about half over, and here he is for the opening play of the ball game. He told us it was not raining up around London, but we've had quite a shower here and a little bit of lightning and thunder to accompany it. Right now, pretty nice conditions for football. It cooled it off just a bit. Corbin leads by 7-0. Now the kickoff by Rucker. And it's going to be short again. Once again, it'll be Buchanan. He tries to circle the pack, but there's nothing there for him. I believe it was Hickman, one of the first ones downfield to pick him up and take him down.
I believe it was, Don. Hickman gets down the field pretty quick. Abney was there once again also, along with Dennis Gooden. Dennis Gooden, that's Jimmy's brother. Might as well call you Jason.
30. Okay, what is that, the 24? The Redskins will have it now at their own 24-yard line. First time they had it, they got a first down and then had to surrender it on a punt. Their quarterback, Jason Adams, 175-pound junior, jersey number 19. He has Chris Adams in the backfield with him. He fumbles the football, but gets on top of it, so a little slippery out there.
Oh, I'm sure it is. We've got a good stand of grass, and it's not going to affect the footing, I don't think, in any way. However, the grass does get a little bit slick, and that football sometimes slip right out of the hands on the snap.
Want to identify some of these young players for Corbin for you. Jonathan Wells was that number 60 in there. Jonathan Wells, a 5'9", 194-pound senior. So no gain. It'll be second down and 10 for Cumberland now from their 24-yard line. This may be one of the weaker Cumberland teams that we've played in reality here. We'll have to wait to see. It's early in this contest. They'll have a slot man in Tinsley to the left side as Adams is back to throw, and Adams looking. He's got it. Well, I thought he had it. Well, it's a circus catch. Finally taken by number 23, the split in Rashawn Tinsley. And Tinsley, as a flag goes down, has the ball up to about the 35-yard line.
Now, they have a flag for some reason. I'm not sure exactly what it was. Corey Reeves came back in, made a good play from behind defensively to make the tackle. I don't know what the call is.
Well, some circus catch, though, that time by Tinsley.
It really was. The ball bounced up in the air, and he was able to keep his concentration well enough to gather it in and pick up some rather positive yardage for the Redskins.
Well, making the decision for Corbin will be number 84, Jeff Moran. Moran is 6'1", a 205-pound senior. He's having a thorough explanation of it. I would assume they will call it back if it's against the Redskins. Obviously, they got about 8 yards on that play.
Well, they've called offensive pass interference, Don, and I believe what that meant that they must have had a pick in there. Occasionally, you'll have the man come out and pick the linebacker or pick the secondary member and run a receiver in behind him, and that very well could have been, but they didn't do a very good job picking because the ball got bounced up in the air, and they were able to complete it anyway, or despite the defense.
Well, they picked up a 15-yard penalty in the process, and that will move the ball back to the 11-yard line. In reality, that would be a 13-yard penalty the way it stepped off there. Let's see, 5, 10, yeah, about 13.
I believe that's loss of down also.
It will be 3rd down and about 23 yards to go for the first down. And now Rashawn Tinsley, number 23, will split to the right side at end. The left end, Jason Obradovich, is split. Back to throw is Adams. He'll throw it over the middle, and it's too tall. Intended for Obradovich. Covered on that play by Sylvie.
Chuck was right there, and the ball was overthrown, but it had been very difficult to complete it with the defense that he had on at that time anyway. So we've got him in a 4th and very long, definite punting situation here. And the Red Hounds could take control, Don, at an early stage of this game.
Well, a moment ago, the kick was very short off the foot of Tinsley. We'll see what happens here. He'll jump to get it. Ooh, he's being rushed. It's low. Roughing the kicker penalty, no doubt, will be called here. They didn't get the ball. Flag went down. Tinsley appears to be hurt.
Well, yes, and yeah, the flag went down pretty early. I didn't even. By the time he got the kickoff, the flag was down. I guess they must have hit him pretty early.
Well, that's what it's going to be, and so the Redskins will maintain possession of the football. There's no way that Corbin could come out with bad field position because that ball wasn't going to roll that far.
Well, then you got a guy that just kicked one about 7 or 8 yards a few minutes ago. And
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What are they calling?
What is the indication here? They said against the Redskins. Apparently they got part of the football. I just assumed because they were all over Tinsley.
Well,
was roughing the
they may have had too many players on the field or something because they threw the flag very early. It was really before the kick.
Well, Corbin does get that real good field position. The ball is up to the 48-yard line, and that's where the Red Hounds will start their second offensive series. It was Kennedy and Selvey on the first one. Let's see what happens here. Brent Kennedy, number 7, will give Davis a chance, and Davis, as the flag goes down, crosses to the 45 of the Redskins, but we may have this one called back.
Yes, I'm sure we're going to either have it called back or against Corbin or whatever. They have thrown a flag. Just how many? 1, 2, 3, 4?
Well, I'll tell you, we've seen enough flags for the year already, RL. In the game over against Henderson, Corbin alone had 165 yards in penalties against them. So here, what's the call? It's going to be against the Red Hounds. He stepped off 5. He stepped up, well, 5-yard penalty back to the 43-yard line.
Illegal motion.
So they'll try it again. Davis got his first call of the night on that last play. Kenny Davis, number 25, is a 5'9", 174-pound junior. Now Corey Reeves coming back in from that far side as we have Aaron Schumann split. He's number 29. And Brent Kennedy back to throw. He'll let her go. He's got his man. That's Schumann. Schumann taken out of bounds at the 45 or near the 45 of Cumberland.
And Jeff Moran was running entirely unimpeded down the left sideline with nobody within 20 yards of him. If Brent had spotted him, it would have only been toss and catch because he was as wide open as I've ever seen anybody.
Well, the way it is, it's a 12-yard pass play, and Corbin will have it 2nd down and 3 for the first down at the 45 of Cumberland. This Kennedy kid is quite an athlete. Everybody in tight this time. And that's going to be Davis. Here he goes. Got the first down. Still rambling. Davis down near the 30-yard line.
A very impressive young football player, Don. Kenny Davis in his junior season, and he was very tough last year as a sophomore, coming in and playing very well as a backup. This season he's starting at fullback and done a very impressive job carrying the ball. And and very impressive job blocking for the ball carriers.
He picked up 14 yards right there to the 31-yard line, and for Corbin, that's their third first down of this football game. Well, it's going to be Selby split wide to the left side on this one. Once again, Davis, and Davis finds a little bit of opposition this time, but he does manage to get 3 to 4 yards.
Yes, and Cumberland did a little bit better job grouping up there in the middle, but that's where they're trying to defend, is up the middle, and Corbin has ran their flanks ragged, quite frankly, in this first quarter.
Got 3 yards to the 28 now. 2nd and 7 for the Hounds here. They lead 7-0. We're in the opening period of this game. 5.5 minutes to go. Being brought to you by Owens Auto Parts on 18th Street in South Corbin. Kennedy gives. Here's Dudley. Dudley cuts wide. Dudley spins. And Dudley's got that first down, I believe, or near it at least, as he goes out of bounds.
You know, Dudley runs with such confidence and such poise when he runs. He just really is a fine athlete. As I've said before, he plays on our church basketball team, and is quite a performer there. But he's really an excellent football player, and if he had about another step of speed or quickness, he would be a real prospect.
Mark Dudley's his name, jersey number 12, 5'11", 170-pound junior. He got 6 yards right there to the 22-yard line. And third down, a yard to go for the Red Hounds here. And for the first time tonight, and with a lot of speed and thunder, that's Darren Jackson, number 22, 5'7", 172-pound senior. And Darren was really motoring.
Oh, yeah. That's got to be, to me, the most improved player on this team. And I think it's because he's worked harder than probably anybody else. He's got himself so trim. He looks like a little Atlas, and he runs that ball so quick now, so much quicker than he did last year.
Got him about 9 yards right there to the 13-yard line, and the Hounds will have it first down and 10 from there. That is their 4th first down, and what do we have? Timeout called by Corbin. 4:54 to go. We're in the opening quarter of this game, and Corbin leads by a score of 7-0. Well, the Red Hounds have had very little trouble thus far, and moving back to the 13-yard line of Cumberland. The first time they had the football, they marched from their own 46. It took them only 3 plays to score. Now, from their own 48-yard line, they've had possession of the football 5 plays, and they're down to the 13-yard line. So now, Corey Reeves is in the backfield. Most of the time, that usually means as a blocking back. Let's see what happens here. Yep. He's leading the charge there. Dudley will go wide. Dudley's at the 10. Dudley 5. Dudley is out of bounds at about the 1-yard line.
So close. Tim, here I go. Mark turned the corner, and they got a hand on him and were able to force him out at the 1-yard line. But a nice run by Mark Dudley.
I thought Corey did a great job there in sealing that corner.
He really did, and he does a great job. He's no question about it, our best blocker, and he did a tremendous job sealing off that in, as he done on a couple of runs by Brent Kennedy early in the game.
5th first down of the ball game. Corbin has it first down and goal to goal. The ball right at the 1-yard line now. And Schumann will get a chance. Now, if he can run far enough, he'll have him a touchdown. Will he? Nope. They got him. I didn't think they'd get to the young man, but he was trying to cut the corner from the 1-yard line, didn't spread it far enough.
There was something strange about that. Aaron Schumann has got to be faster than that. He just didn't get around the corner, and I know from watching him run back some kickoffs and things that he can turn it on a lot quicker than that. He just couldn't get the corner turned over there.
I thought it was a sprint to the goal line, but somehow Cumberland comes up, manages to stop him right at the 1-yard line, so they'll try it once again. Now we have in the backfield number 36, Brian Mulberry. Will he get a chance? It's going to be Jackson, and Jackson takes it in for Corbin's 2nd touchdown. That coming with 4 minutes and 3 seconds here in this opening period.
And some real blocking on the right side of that line, Don. They came out there with Corey Reeves once again leading the way, along with Kenny Davis and Trey Pennington blocking from his center position. They really look tough blowing them off the right side of that line.
So it's a yard touchdown run by number 22, Darren Jackson. And now the try for the point after touchdown. Kennedy holding. And Rucker kicking. And, ooh, they put the rush on him, and he's going to have to run with it. Kennedy, he's trying, but will not get in there. On the extra point try, it will be no good. But a penalty marker has been dropped. Let's wait to see what that's all about.
Quite possibly they could have had encroachment. I don't know. Procedure penalty.
It's against Corbin, so it will be declined, and Corbin leads it by 13-0. Well, the Red Hounds have had very little trouble moving the ball. Of course, they've had excellent field position, the 46 and the 48-yard line. Now they're kicking off for the third time tonight to the Redskins of Cumberland. Twice it's gone to Buchanan short. Let's see what happens here. It will not go to him this time. Taken at the 15-yard line.
Ooh.
And quite a collision down there at about the 24-yard line. Who was that?
Number 22, Darren Jackson, and number 85, Eddie Pierce, ran together, and had they sandwiched the young ball carrier, we might not have seen any more of him this evening. I'll tell you, that was quite a lick in there.
Well, Eric Dixon on that run back met a wall all of a sudden, and he stopped at the 23-yard line. So, you know, I was wondering about the decision of Cumberland to take the ball on a wet night when they won the option here. Sometimes you'll play for a mistake or two on a wet football field. They took it, and they've not been out of their own territory since. So here they go, their third offensive possession. Adams gives, and they'll try the middle to no avail, as Corbin has the hole plugged very well with number 44.
I think, Don, that this is probably a very strong mismatch. We got another flag. Very strong mismatch. I really, this is one of the weaker Cumberland teams I've seen in several years, and of course I think our ball club's quite strong this year. So I'm afraid it is going to be somewhat of a mismatch.
Well, they're going to step it off against Corbin, and they're still moving, so it's going to be a major penalty. That will be Cumberland's first down of this football game. And he's moved the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
And they called a face mask, Don.
Let's call it the 44-yard line. 15-yard penalty against Corbin. Now, rain starts to come down just a little bit again on this first down play as Adams will pitch back. And some nice running there by number 29 as he's getting pursuit from behind now and finally taken down at the Corbin 35-yard line. That was Ronald Washington.
And really, Don, that play was set up from a beautiful pitch and a good decision by the quarterback to flip it out there. He's been watching Darian Hagan, the quarterback at Colorado. That's what he likes to do, is make those 15, 18-yard pitches across the field. Of course, sometimes they can end up going the other way.
Well, that's a pretty good gain right there. 21 yards by Washington. And the second, well, that's the third first down of the football game for Cumberland. This time they'll try the big burly fullback number 44, Chris Adams, and Adams fails to gain.
And the initial contact was made there by Kenny Davis, Don. He came up and made a good solid lick, and Jeff Moran came in to finish him off. It was a good hard lick by Davis, stopping him at the line of scrimmage.
No gain at the 35-yard line, and Cumberland will have it second down and 10 from there. 2 minutes and 33 seconds in the opening period of this game. The wingback, number 2, Kenny Buchanan, goes to the left side as that lightning makes some arcs in the sky. Long pitch this time, goes to Washington again, trying to cut the corner. He draws the pursuit of Brent Kennedy and others over there. Doesn't get anywhere this time.
Brent Justice was over there to help contain him. Chuck Selvey, Kenny Davis, they were all in on the tackle and really diagnosed the play very well that time. Justice has played very solid every game for the Red Hounds to this point, and number 75 is playing a lot of defense over on this other side, Jamie Tillett. If you recall, Don, he came in at the latter part of the Henderson County game last week, or week before last, and made quite a showing. Jamie looks like he's going to get to play a lot of football.
Another band of showers coming in from our right here. The ball at the 35, third down and 10 after that no gain. Wide out comes to the right side. Adams is back to throw. He'll throw it over the middle, and it's being contested but taken by the Redskins. That was a good grab that time by number 89, Jason Obradovich.
Yes, he did. He looked the ball in very well, and was able to gather it in and pick up some good positive yardage. I think they're short of the first down, though, are they not?
No, it looks pretty close, right at the 25-yard line. A pass play of some 10 yards. Yeah. They'll look across, may be close enough for a measurement right here. And that's what they're going to do. So it is the measurement. It will be just inches short, but they will have a fourth down play coming up. While they set the chains, let's remind you that Pepsi Cola, our sponsor, they've been here every year as part of this telecast. Pepsi Cola Bottling Company, very involved in this community, and we certainly thank them. Okay, fourth down and less than a yard to go for the Redskins as they threaten for the first time against the Red Hounds here in this first quarter of play. Adams goes under, and Corbin jumps off sides. It looked like Sean Sargent, among others, were anxious to get in there and push them backwards.
Yeah, you catch an error of commission rather than omission there, Don. That's not too bad. Sean just jumped. He wasn't able to hold. He was wanting to stop him short of that 6 inches or so of a first down, and I'll tell you what's good about this. They've sent Jonathan Wells in to take Sean's place. Jonathan understands this offsides business.
That will be the fourth first down of the ball game. For the Redskins, they have it at the Corbin 20-yard line now, so they do threaten. Adams goes under now, has his backfield set straight away, both ends in tight, and what we're going to have?
We're going to have a timeout.
Okay, they'll stop it at 1:13 of this opening quarter. Well, here they go. From the 20-yard line now. First and 10, and they try to crash to the middle. Let's see. Will that be Tinsley? Yep. That will be Charles Tinsley that fails to gain right there.
Well, it was the entire center of the Red Hound line that made the stop. There was Jamie Tillett in there, Jonathan Wells in there, Corey Reeves in there. You can just about name the entire team. Brian Mulberry was right on the bottom, and they really diagnosed it well and stuffed him.
Well, he's at the 20-yard line, no gain. Now it's going to be Tinsley. This is another Tinsley. Rashawn split wide to the left. And Adams on the pitch this time will keep the ball, gets a yard at most to the 19-yard line.
And played once again very well by Brian Mulberry and Jeff Moran as they come up to take the quarterback down and contain the Cumberland option to a large degree.
Mulberry got hurt in the earlier game, but he's in there playing well tonight. Number 36, 5'11", 177-pound junior.
I tell you, Brian Mulberry is one of our finer football players. He's really a hard-nosed kid, and he's played very well. He played well last year in a substitute role and playing very well this year.
At the 19-yard line, the Redskins will have it now 3rd down and 9 with only 12 seconds to go in this opening quarter. That's going to send Rashawn Tinsley, number 23, wide to the left side. Washington is on the eye. Washington gets the fake. Adams back to throw. He throws it over the middle and knocked down. And that will be the end of the first quarter of this football game. The lightning is flashing here tonight at Campbell Field in Corbin in the home opener for the Corbin Red Hounds. And after one period of play, the score is Corbin 13, Cumberland nothing. Well, the Redskins of Cumberland not rolling over and playing dead here as we begin our second period of this game. They're down to the Corbin 19-yard line, but they have a big task now. It's 4th down and 9. So Adams got him spread out. Tinsley wide to the left side. Got his halfback split to the right. He's going to call timeout. That's a popular thing this year in high school football.
I wish we could get all these timeouts over with, don't you?
We will, just in time for the next storm. Well, it was a very important play, obviously, and they called the timeout to talk about it. Here it is, 4th down and 9. And Adams throws from the pressure of Corey Reeves, and it's out of bounds. And he was just trying to get rid of that one, no doubt.
I would imagine that'd be like getting hit by a train. I mean, he was really bearing down on him. Had I been that quarterback, I'd have handed him the football and got out of the way. because he really had the beat on him and took him out, and the quarterback was able to get rid of the ball. So the Hounds will take over in relatively good field position.
Well, big Corey Reeves, number 44, 6'2", 232-pound senior, was coming in all over Jason Adams that time. And so Corbin will get the football. It's spotted just shy of the 20-yard line. So here we go. The Red Hounds, for the first time tonight, have the ball deep in their own territory. Brent Kennedy, the quarterback. It's Chuck Selvey, split to the left side. And here's the quarterback, Kennedy. Here he roams. 35-40, 45 midfield. Finds some blockers now. Cuts it down at the 40. Taken down as he gets to about the 35-yard line.
And what quick feet that this young man has. I'll tell you, Don, he gets out there and he knows how to follow his blockers, and he just jitterbugs in and out and darts in and out, and it's so difficult for the defender to get a hand on. If this was two-hand touch, they'd have a hard time catching him, but he is just one really fantastic athlete.
Well, he got 45 yards on that run right there, and that's Corbin's 6th first down of the football game, and that's how you get out of your own territory in a hurry. 44 yards. They've spotted it at the 36-yard line, and Corbin 1st and 10. Now Darren Jackson's on the wing to the right side. It'll be Selvey's turn. No, that's Dudley, pardon me. A lot of twos in that backfield. Dudley trying to make his way around that sideline, and Dudley goes 4 or 5 yards. As the penalty marker is dropped, it'll go against Corbin for holding.
Dudley got out there and turned the corner rather well, though, again, Don. Dudley's a pretty good-sized back. He may be just a little bit bigger than the rest of our backs, and maybe just a little bit stronger. He lowers his shoulder, and I recall over at Henderson County when he went bursting into a group of about 4 or 5 of them, and the headgears went flying. He doesn't care to lower his head on them.
Coach Cotton Adams is really blessed with a lot of backs this year. We've got some kids that have some real talent out there, and we're not overlooking that line because I believe we're looking at one of the better Corbin football teams that we've seen in several years.
Certainly I feel that way.
Well, it's Aaron Schumann now, wide out to the left side as Corbin's penalized 10 yards for holding. They're back up to the 46-yard line. Kennedy back to throw. He has time. He shoots it for Schumann, and Schumann's got it. Here he goes down that sideline. 15-10, 5 touchdown.
And Schumann turned the speed on in, Don. It was a matter of just who that Brent Kennedy wanted to go to, because once again, Jeff Moran was all by himself. I'm sure that Cumberland must be convinced that Jeff can't catch the ball. They don't cover him when he goes out.
That was pretty.
Oh, it really was. The ball was well thrown. Schumann took it in and exhibited some of that quickness that we knew he had, and right down the sidelines for a touchdown.
Corbin in 3 plays goes 80 yards. Schumann gets a 46-yard pass play from Brent Kennedy, and Corbin with the 11:01 to go here in the first half leads it now by 19-0. The try for the point after touchdown. Kennedy places it down. The kick is up by Rucker. Boy, he put a toe into that one. Into the wind, down through there. We have a timeout with Corbin leading by 20-0. The Cumberland Redskins will be getting the football for the 4th time tonight. They were productive the last time. They got it down to the Corbin 19, but no further. Now kicking into a pretty stiff breeze here. Rucker straight down the field. Washington watches it hit, and it's taken by Tinsley. Oops, I believe I'll go the other way. Well, he does slither through a bunch of red jerseys. Nice return across the 30-yard line.
He really did make a nice return, Don, and Schumann was in on the tackle along with Abney. You can just call Abney's name with everybody on the tackle on the kickoff. He gets down there and gets down there quick, but he slithered through and picked up about 10 yards after they made contact.
You know, when he turned around and looked, he probably had 9 to 10 players with red jerseys right in front of him. He was able to get through about 6 of them and got it back upfield for Cumberland's best field position on the start of a drive tonight. I would say the ball is at about the 32-yard line.
Oh.
Wow, the quarterback taken out as he pitches back to Washington. Washington trying to cut the corner, gets a couple of yards.
And that's our old buddy Jonathan Wells zipping through the line to hit the quarterback and take him out. And over on the other side, they leave it to Jeff Moran and number 19, Jason Gooden, and number 30, Jason Gooden, as they were both in on the tackle. And just really good defense by the Red Hounds to this point. You know, our front line on defense, Don, is extremely strong, extremely quick with Corey Reeves and Brent Justice at the ends. and with Sean Sargent and Jonathan Wells at the tackles, or Sean Sargent and Maeve at the tackles. Jonathan Wells.
Sean's playing right in the middle there.
Wells and Maeve at the tackles and Sean in the middle.
Ooh, here we go, over to Tinsley. Tinsley trying some one-on-one stuff. Gooden's got him corralled. Oops, gets by him. Here's Davis up the sideline, out of bounds. Well, again, that number 23, Rajon Tinsley, does a good job.
Very slippery runner, and you know, Don, if we'd been playing in Canada where the fields are just a little bit wider, he may have been gone.
Well, the rain starts blowing in the press box here just a little bit, so we'll back up. Now, the gain is good to the 48-yard line. That's 14 yards. And so the Redskins will get them a first down. That will be number 5 for them. And Adams pitches back. Flag goes down. And the other Adams is looking for the football. Gets on top of it at the 46-yard line. Penalty markers are dropped. And number 22, pardon me, that was Tinsley, not Chris Adams, that was looking for the football and got to it. But penalty markers are dropped. Corbin leading 20-0. 9:29 to go in the opening half of this game. And some serious skies coming in from our right. The line of scrimmage was the 48-yard line, and Corbin will decline that penalty, as there was a loss on the play on that fumble back to the 46-yard line, a loss of 2. Second down and 12 for Cumberland now. Not a bad crowd out here tonight, considering the weather conditions. We've been plagued for the last couple of years now with some dreary Friday nights. Lightning flashing all around. A year ago, we played Bell County in one of the worst downpours I've ever witnessed during a football game. They beat us, and we've got them coming up next week right here. So revenge factor is on the line. Adams standing there. Adams passes the ball, and he got rid of it. And wow, Chuck Selvey just wiped out somebody over there.
Yeah, Chuck's a very aggressive player, and he'll put the lick on him, and he drove him right on out of bounds. We've had some of the weirdest looking plays tonight. I mean, you know, like he stands up in the middle of the line, and no one gets around him, and I don't know, things are looking a little bit weird from my point of view. It's almost like they're in slow motion at times.
Well, that gain was good to midfield. Pickup of 4 yards. And so that would make it third down and 9. Third down and about 8.
Have they got another flag, or what seems to be the delay now?
I don't know what they're holding up about. Nothing has transgressed. Oh, they may be getting the weather forecast. I'm not really sure. They finally moved the downs marker up. Let's see where they'll spot it. Yeah, right at midfield where the ball is. Logical. Here's the third down play, and there's that pass. I can't believe this. Dudley knocks him out of bounds. That's an invitation over there.
It really is, and you know, I'm kind of surprised that we don't come up and break on that ball. That's a long ways to throw the football across the field, and we really should be a little closer to him, especially Brent, because he's not going to outrun Brent.
Well, it's a lob pass in basketball where the guard intercepts and goes for a layup at the other end. It looks awfully inviting to come up defensively.
Certainly does, especially when there's nobody covering the guy out there wide.
Takes it to the 22-yard line. That's a pass play good for 28 yards and the 6th first down for Cumberland. A young man wants to do it again. He's being chased.
That has to be
Corey
grounding.
Reeves takes him down, and I think it's grounding, but you never know. It may be roughness. So
surely not.
Some of those this year.
Surely not.
That's grounding. He was running for his life.
Well, it was either throw the football or eat the football, and I think he decided the better decision was to throw it.
I'd like to see him throw that lob again. Remember a few years ago at Bell High when they lobbed that ball all night long against us? They had a big old end up there.
Yeah.
And they just throw it up, and our little backs would go up and try to get as high as he would. And
That big,
jump higher than anybody.
That big old Ian's brother is the quarterback now, and he's about 6'4", 6'5" himself, and can create a great deal of problems throwing the ball instead of catching it at the other end. So next week, I expect that we're going to have a battle royal with the Bell County Bobcats.
I believe that was the weirdest passing football game I've ever seen in my life. There was not a direct pass all night. It was lob it up in the air like you're throwing it into a big pivot man. He would get it, and they get 6 or 8 yards. That happened over and over. We barely got out of there with the victory that night.
Well, we always tend to have a man in the secondary about the size of a fire hydrant, too, and that don't help a whole lot.
Well, you're not always blessed with 6'6" defensive men, I guess. Here we go, all the way back up to the 49-yard line. No, that's a 44, pardon me. The 44-yard line. Second down the long ways. Now Adams. There's Corey again, and there's Jonathan again.
And, you know, Don, I don't believe their entire line could block Corey Reeves. He just comes shooting straight through, and you know they're going to have him double team, but he just goes right on through them and forced him into Jonathan Wells' path, and, of course, Jonathan really polished him off. Puts him in a 3rd down and 31 miles.
Yeah, they put him back into their territory now at the 47-yard line. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9 yards loss on that play. It will be 3rd down, and they've got to get down to the Corbin 12. You figure it out. Tinsley to the left. Let's see if they try that lob now. I've been guarded by Kennedy over here. Oh, he fumbled the football a little bit. He's standing there. There's the lob. Ooh, to the short man this time. Oh, he faked us out. Yeah, that goes to number 22, Charles Tinsley. I thought he was throwing it out there to Rashawn Tinsley, number 23, but Charles cut under and got it.
He did, and Brian Mulberry made the initial contact and staggered him just a little bit, and, of course, Brent Kennedy came up and finished him off, and the Red Hounds will be in a punt receiving situation. I wouldn't send anybody back deeper than about 15 yards.
Well, he has,
and they haven't.
Has the wind behind his back if he can get it up in it. Well, really, that's Kennedy and Dudley. They're standing way upfield at the 25-yard line. So let's see what happens here. Nobody rushing too much. And, Kennedy takes it. Here he comes to his left at the 20, 25, at the 30, 35-yard line. So he got about a 20-yard return on that one.
Yes, he did, and they were trying to set a picket fence for him down that sideline. And had they been able to set that up, they could have mowed him down, and Brent could have went unmolested into the end zone. However, they didn't get it set up, and the Red Hounds have still got a good bit of territory to cover.
Well, it's only been taking Corbin an average of 3 to 4 plays to score from any point on the football field, and they have their offense in high gear tonight. We have 7 minutes remaining in the first half. They lead it by 20-0, and Corbin has scored each time they've had the football.
I'm going to make one of my rare predictions, Don.
Go.
I'm going to expect Darren Jackson to break a long one right here.
Well, he is the tailback right now. Let's see what he does. He gets the ball. That's not short. That's 6 yards.
Well, everything is relevant.
Let's see. From the 37-yard line, he brought it forward 5 yards to the 42. Corbin ready to go in a hurry this time. I wish they would eliminate huddles in football and play like Cincinnati. Wouldn't that be neat?
Yeah, if they could win that way.
Well, everybody would have to do it. Flag goes down, and Darren's trying to crack one off the other side. But the penalty marker has been dropped. It will be in the Corbin backfield. Looked like illegal procedure, perhaps.
Possibly, but I'll tell you, Don, that Darren Jackson is a real competitor. He's a winner, that kid is. I guarantee it. Anything he does. And he just about broke that. When he ran a little bit like he did last year, he ran with the power that time more than the quickness. But he's a fine football player.
Well, this one will be coming back, and that will set Corbin back a little bit deeper. The original line of scrimmage was the 37, and they're going to be taking it back now, I would think 5 yards. The Hall Watson Furniture Company, home of quality home furnishing since 1922. Your host for football tonight here on Channel 19. And it is a 5-yard penalty, so we're back where we started from, back to the 37-yard line. The press box is becoming a very popular place again now that the rain is coming down. I don't believe we can get all of those folks in here, though, Bill. So it's going to be Aaron Schumann split to the right side on Corbin's 2nd down and 10. Kennedy back to throw. He'll let it go for Corey Reeves. Big Corey's got it. He fights off one and gets taken down by the other. But a nice gain for Corey Reeves.
Yeah, you know, I'll tell you, if 44 doesn't come up from behind and hit Corey, he's going to shake that first tackle and pick up additional yardage, if not a touchdown. There's very few tacklers in high school football. It's going to bring Corey Reeves down one-on-one. He will run over you.
7th first down of the football game for Corbin. On a pass play good for about, 18 yards right there. So Corbin has it just inside the 45-yard line. Let's call it the 44. 1st and 10. Pitch back goes to, this is Hickman. Watch that speed. He's trying to give a little ground. He cuts the corner. This is beautiful. Down that sideline, deep into Cumberland territory.
Another back, Don, with really just outstanding quickness and speed in that backfield. And this is something that, you know, occasionally, every 2-3 years, we come up with a back with the blinding speed. But seldom do we have backs that have the speed of Brent Kennedy and Chuck Selvey and
Tim Hickman.
Hickman, you know, and Darren Jackson this year. We have got some depth with some speed.
Tim had to give some ground to get away from that guy. He did, and then cut on the afterburners. And we saw blazing speed right there out of number 14, Hickman. All right, let's see where the down is. If I can pick it up out there. Let's see, 50, 40, 30, the 31. I think he got about 13 yards on that play. And Corbin's 8th first down of the ball game. And this time it will be to a new man into the backfield.
Wes Fortney.
Yes, Wes Fortney, 5'9", 176-pound junior, and Wes turns in a good run.
Hey, yeah, he really did. He turned that nose down and hit down through the line and picked up some excellent yardage. You know, I'll tell you what, that Fortney's got some force about him. He pumped it right in there and picked up that yardage.
Nice run. He got 7 yards on that one to the 24-yard line. Corbin 2nd down and 3. Now Corey Reeves in the backfield this time. It's going to be Davis. Davis slides off a man. Here he goes. Nice running. Davis will go for the touchdown.
And another one of that bevy of running backs that we've been able to use this season. I tell you what, if we do start getting people hurt, we're going to have to get a lot of them hurt if we're going to feel much of an effect.
I don't remember this many people with this much ability in that backfield in a long time. We've got some power. We've got some speed. And we got true athletic ability on the part of a lot of those kids.
Tremendous balance, tremendous offensive balance.
4:33 to go in the opening half now. Davis runs it in from 24 yards away. And Kennedy's going to have to do something with it. Giving ground. Ooh, the track meet is on. Throw that ball, let her go. Let's see what you can do. Moran dropped it in the end zone.
Well, Jeff, now I know.
Well, I'm telling you, Brent did a great job.
You know, Jeff has been wide open on pass patterns. 2 times that Brent's missed him. He didn't see him. He threw the ball to someone else. And, Jeff, now I understand it.
Oh, it's raining, Bill. Get off his pad. You're kidding.
Just ribbing you.
Okay, 4:33 to go. Corbin leads it 26-0. Okay, Corbin kicking off now, leading 26-0. Pretty good wind blowing into the face of Rucker this time. But let's see, that's going to be number 12 taking the football this time. Flag goes down, but he gets free a little bit too and brings it across the 30.
Well, we're either not doing a very good job tackling him or he's a very elusive runner, one of the two, because he sure is squirting loose and picking up some additional yardage. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it's wet tonight and he might be slipping on by or something. I don't know.
Is your game called? Laurel County Henry Clay, they called it up the road a little bit. RL said he came from there a moment ago. It wasn't raining. It changed, I guess.
RL might have got mixed. He might have been in Williamsburg.
No. The penalty marker that was dropped a moment ago will put the football back deep for the Redskins. So Charlie Kirk, an official, just came from over at London Way and told us that that game was called due to the weather conditions. But we're playing through this one as we have 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half, and Corbin leading 26-0. Well, the Redskins are back deep again, a familiar sight for them tonight as they have the ball back at their own 11-yard line. And Adams is back to throw as he lets her go. Hey, that's, oh, I thought a nice grab. Washington got his hands on it, couldn't hold on.
You know, Adams does a relatively good job, Don, getting rid of the football. He's not a very tall individual. He's about 5'8", 5'9", and he seems like he gets out there and picks up his receiver and gets the ball to him pretty quickly. He's an impressive young man, is he? What year is he?
Well, he's 175-pound junior.
I think Adams is going to be a good quarterback for Cumberland over the rest of this year and next year.
Cumberland has some new shirts in there also. Both teams now will be getting some substitutes in there. As something happened there near the line of scrimmage I couldn't pick up, but no gain whatsoever. Number 75 for Corbin, one of those, James Tillett. He's done a good job, 236-pound senior. One of several to get in on.
You know, Jamie, like I say, didn't play a great deal of football last year that I recall. And at the Henderson County game, he really put on an outstanding performance. And Coach Adams is rewarding him by giving him a starting position tonight. And he's done nothing to disappoint him at this point.
A loss of 1 to the 10-yard line. Redskins will have it 3rd down and 11. Well, here we go. Let's see if they try it here. Rashawn Tinsley is that wide out to the left side. Adams looking over that way. He's back to throw. He'll let her go to the right side this time. And wow, some kind of defense on the receiver there. Who was it? They're so far away from us right now, kind of hard to see.
Let's see, Don. It is difficult to see. It looks like Brian Mulberry over there again that came in and made the tackle. I'll tell you something that I don't particularly care for is that as the wide open way that they're getting open on these flanks and for these screen passes, because Bell County's got the kind of people that can do something with that football if they run a screen like that and break it into to big yardage.
Well, they got nothing there at the 10-yard line, 4th and 11, and Hounds will let him kick it out of there. And let's see now as the ball bounces, Schumann will not touch it.
Very wise decision. You know, Don, I'd like to take a minute and wish Eddie Reeves, Corey Reeves' dad, had a little health problem here a couple of weeks ago after the football game up in Lexington, and didn't get to see Corey play the last week against Henderson. I think he's over here this evening watching the game. We want to wish him well. He's an old buddy of mine and grew up with him, and like Corey, he was an excellent athlete too. He didn't hardly get to show it as much as Corey's got to show it, but he was one quick basketball player.
Redhounds have the ball at their own 48-yard line, and this will be Fortney, I believe. Am I right?
Yeah, Wes Fortney, and he comes through, picks up about 4 or 5 yards, and Fortney is running the ball with some authority tonight and looking pretty tough in there.
He moves it for, let's see where they'll spot it. At the 47-yard line, got 5 yards. Corbin will have it 2nd and 5, 2:25 to go in the first half. Kennedy remains at quarterback. And let's see in the backfield now. We'll have some new people back there. Chris Shackelford is back there, number 23. And he'll get the call this time. And he gets it down for a couple of yards to the 45.
5'9", 178-pound sophomore. Don, you know, they just seem to make these kids bigger than they used to make them, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, our score could be very similar to what it was over at Henderson if we move in again here. This will be 3rd down 3 for the first down. And Kennedy's in trouble back there, real trouble. Somehow he gets it back to about the line of scrimmage and got a yard.
And a few new faces in that offensive line, Don. We've got Glenn Brinker in there, and number 70, Travis Smith, and they're trying to get us another score here before the end of the half. And we've got Patrick McCown in at quarterback, and this is his first varsity play. And he's a son of an old buddy of mine, A.B. McCown, and I guarantee you he's a good one.
Well, he's got some heat on him right now. 4th down, 3 to go. The ball at the 44-yard line.
He can handle that heat.
Yeah, oh boy, in trouble. Taken down at the line of scrimmage, and Cumberland will take over.
That's all right. Patrick had saw an opening there and tried to cut back against the grain. He just got by another tackle or two. He'd been right down that sideline.
Corbin will give it up now, and so the Redskins, with the minute 15 to go in the first half, they'll get the football. This game being presented by Lowe's Building Supply. Ronnie Bowling and Dennis Hart and many of the fine employees out at Lowe's Building Supply invite you to come by. They not only have building supplies built, but they have household products and cleaning supplies and lights and many other things out there at Lowe's Building Supply.
Shannon Farmer in at defensive tackle now, Don. And oh my goodness, did he just absolutely destroyed the man in front of him.
That's Obradovich as he takes it across to the Corbin 43-yard line.
I want to say a few things about Shannon there, Don. You know, Shannon's been hurt and hadn't been able to play very much in the early part of the season. But, I mean, he took on that big tackle in front of him and drove him all the way into the backfield. He's really come in there wanting to play tonight, and I guarantee you we're going to see some good football out of that young man.
Well, that pass play there is good for 14 yards and a Redskin first down. That is their 7th of the first half to the Corbin. Ooh, lightning everywhere. Here's that lob over there, and it's a one-on-one decision now. And Tinsley races it out of bounds.
Well, Eddie Pierce was hardly a match for that young man when he gets down that sideline. He got a lot of quickness. Eddie couldn't quite cope with it right there, and he was able to pick up a little yardage, but he gets close enough, Eddie, to knock his head off.
It's a first down, number 8, as they've taken the ball down to the Corbin 33-yard line. Here's the pass play across the middle to Obradovich, but he has several people with him. Among them, number 46, Brent Willoughby, a 173-pound sophomore.
And number 19, Jason Gooden, the mainstay of our secondary, in there once again also. Got a lot of fresh faces in there, Don. I think this is good. I think this is a good time to use these fresh faces. Wes Fortney's coming in. We got Willoughby in there. Over here, Eddie Pierce over on the end. We got the old veteran Jason Gooden out there, and we got the other Jason Gooden out there, and we got number 17, Jason Petrie, getting some playing time in. So this is good for these young people here in the last few seconds of the first half.
A couple of yards on that last play to the 31-yard line. Now they have it 2nd down and 8, only 26 seconds in the first half. Cumberland trying to salvage something out of this first half here, as Corbin leads it by 26-0. We may get out of here by midnight. This will be a long one.
I don't know. There's been a lot of penalties, and there's a lot of timeouts. I didn't know they was allowed this man. I believe this young man over here that said there was 4 timeouts might be right.
Okay, here we go. This will be the 2nd down play for Cumberland, as they'll have number 23, Rashawn Tinsley, wide to the left side. Corbin jumps into the middle.
Please don't throw no flag.
Ooh, Adams running up the middle now. And Adams goes down after a host of them get in there. But he did get yardage down to the Corbin 27-yard line, 4 more yards. Down to 4 seconds. Got to hurry right here. He gets the play off. Adams being chased. He dumped it off on the ground. Had some pressure being applied to him that time.
Jamie Tillett and number 46, Brent Willoughby, all over him back in the backfield and putting that heat on him. Tillett's doing a good job rushing that passer for the last couple of weeks.
So he dumps it to the ground, and we come to the end of the first half. At halftime, it's Corbin 26, Cumberland nothing. All right, we're ready to go in the second half of tonight's football game as Corbin leads it by 26-0. It'll be number 29, Aaron Schumann, 5'7", 145-pound senior, deep for Corbin. Tensely kicking off. It'll be a short one, though. And Chuck Selvey's got it. Here he goes. 25, 30. Chuck breaks free. No, he doesn't. They got that leg and won't let go.
Good effort by Chuck as he came down to the sideline there. He was going to try to reverse his field and make something out of it. He didn't have much of an opportunity. The kid got a hold of his leg and held on for dear life. So the Hounds take over with good field position beginning the third quarter, sometime around midnight. And
it's a long one.
It's a long one.
At the 32-yard line, the Red Hounds will be set to go. Beautiful lightning flashing all around. Dale said, don't worry, that's heat lightning. All right. Not accompanied by thunder. Boom. And this will be Jackson. He hits head up, and Jackson gets about a yard, and that's it.
Well, we didn't get very much blocking done over on that sideline that time. And Darren, it's very difficult to run over 4 players at a time. And so we're going to have to get somebody knocked off that line of scrimmage if we're going to be able to use our running game very well.
Well, it was Frank King, number 56, 180-pound senior, that collided head-on with him up to the 33-yard line to pick up 1 second and 9 now for the Red Hounds. As Trey Pennington out over the ball at center. Both ends in tight. The backfield straight away. Mulberry is the up man. As the handoff will be given to Chuck Selvey, and Selvey brings it up across the 35 to about the 36-yard line.
Picking his way behind some pretty good blocks there. Chuck picked up excellent yardage and gives us a third and about 4 or 5 yards to go.
Some 3 more yards on that play, and Corbin will have it, yes, 3rd and 5, Bill. So now, they'll try to keep possession of the football. And that's Kenny Davis. Nice run, and I believe he got the first down.
Good, strong running effort by Kenny Davis as he pulls it up close to the chain and close for a first down. I believe he got across it. Did he not?
I believe he did.
Indicating a first down from the official, and the Red Hounds continue to use all their different running backs as Hickman comes into the game replacing Darren Jackson.
So he got 6 yards there. Corbin's 9th first down of the game. Sounds like Harold Davis on the PA over there, one of our sponsors. Is that Harold?
It could be. It does sound a great deal like her.
And the pitch back this time to Selvey to the short side of the field. Not much room over there. A lot of white jerseys as Selvey takes it up for 3 yards to the 45-yard line.
Once again, we're not getting an awful lot of people knocked off the ball, and makes for difficult running, particularly when you come to the short side of the field like that. Chuck got about as much as he could possibly get out of that particular run.
So they will spot the ball at the 44, got 2 yards right there. 2nd and 8 for Corbin now. They started off with huge gaps in this football game. Kennedy, long runs. And then Selvey got the first touchdown on a 10-yard run. It took Corbin 3 plays to go 54 yards to start the football game. This will be the 5th play in this drive that originated back at their 32 as Kennedy is back to throw, and he's being chased. Brent will let her go as he's hit hard. What a pass. There's Moran. Moran breaking tackles. Moran will get it all the way down to the 20-yard line. So we were kidding him earlier in this ball game, but he shows good ability right there.
Excellent concentration, and he was surrounded by several defenders, gathered the ball in, and I'll tell you one thing about Big Jeff. When he gets that football, he is no baby to bring down. He is tough and punishing on the defensive secondary as he was that time. Moran is really an excellent receiver. He let that one slip through his hands, but we were just revving him a little bit. He's quite a football player.
Down to the 22-yard line on that pass play, and what a job by Kennedy again. Pressure all over him. He was hit just as he released the football right on target to the running Moran, and Moran takes it to the 22 for Corbin's 10th first down of the game. Now the handoff will Wes Fortney, and Fortney got you good yardage again. He's run well tonight.
Fortney has. He seems to be a very good inside runner Seems to have some good strength behind his runs. Tough, hard-nosed runner, the kind of runner that Jackson was last year. Maybe not a possessor of that excellent quickness, but good, strong runner.
7 yards on that one. Down to the 15-yard line. Corbin 2nd and 3 now, leading 26-0. They're going to have Gooden in the backfield along with Mulberry and Davis. So that backfield, you just can't predict who's going to be there at any certain time. They just shift them. It's going to be Gooden, and Gooden rams straight ahead. He's a good runner.
He certainly is. He's got some excellent quickness, Jason Gooden, number 30 has, and follows that big offensive line. And I'll tell you something, Don, I was just looking at our line there. Trey Pennington anchors it at the center and does an excellent job. The guards are Todd Abney and Jonathan Wells, and they block excellent. The tackles are Derek Raines and Chris Judd, and they're just doing a super job. And, of course, you've got Corey Reeves and Jeff Moran out on the ends. And I'll tell you what, I don't know when we've had really a better offensive line than what they're showing there. As Trey Pennington goes out, and they bring Brent Justice in to snap the ball now.
Well, that was a 6-yard run, and Corbin's 11th first down by Jason Gooden. The ball at the 9-yard line, 1st and goal to goal. Now Hickman in the backfield with Davis and Mulberry. And it's going to be Hickman slashing up the middle. Hickman may go. Hickman pushes in. There he goes. So instead of going wide like we've seen him do several times, he blasts right up the middle.
I'll tell you, Don, Hickman is an excellent back, but I guarantee you I could have scored that touchdown. Judd and Todd Abney absolutely mowed that line down on offense. I mean, they really hit him and really knocked him off the ball. That was just beautiful offensive blocking in that offensive line.
You stretch it a little far for my imagination. Crook could have scored. Okay.
Hey, you don't know how quick I am.
The point after touchdown as Kennedy holds and Rucker kicks. And now with 7:35 to go in the third period, it's Corbin 33, Cumberland nothing. Took Corbin 8 plays to go the 68 yards that time, and Hickman goes the final 9. 7:35 to go in the third period as the Red Hounds lead it now by 33-0. This is not a typical Corbin Cumberland game. We've seen some mighty close ones, mighty fine ball games in years past. Rucker kicking off and taken by the number 5 upfield, and he's taken down. Nice grab in there. I think Schumann won the first, or number 20 was. Michael Parks got down there in a hurry.
Yeah, Michael got down there and got an arm out and tripped the ball carrier up. Did a fine job. I was wondering, I haven't seen Colin Ball in there this evening to this point. I don't know if he may be hurt or whatever. Colin's coming on as a good offensive lineman for the Red Hounds also. He's done an excellent job in the first part of the year.
Penalty marker was dropped on that one. And let's see what they decide now. Well, let's see some of the people out there right now. 76 is Brent Justice. 64 is Sean Sargent. Sean Sargent is a 5'8", 191-pound sophomore who's really coming on. Number 30 is one of our Jason Goodens. I kept waiting up at Henderson for that PA announcer to make the announcement because the 2 Jason Goodens were in on several tackles, but he never once said the tackle by Jason Gooden and Jason Gooden. You notice that? Jason Gooden was 6', 155-pound junior. This penalty against Cumberland will put them back deep in their own territory. And they'll end up at about the 14-yard line. So the Redskins will have a long way to go as they get their first offensive possession of the second half. And that one will be apparently after the play.
Clip.
Well, no, they haven't moved the chains. They should. I thought it should be a 1st and 10. They move them now.
It was a clip, Don.
Jason Adams is the quarterback for Cumberland, number 19. So he has wideouts both ways. Adams pitches back to Tinsley. Tinsley trying to cut the corner. Tinsley is rolled down by Corey Reeves. Corey's doing another good job.
Oh, he certainly is. And game in, game out, he always does a yeoman's job back there. And they just can't get outside his end.
I don't know if he gained at all. Maybe he lost a yard. Let's see. They spotted it near the 13. So he lost a yard right there. 2nd 11 for the Redskins. Corbin next week will play Bell County. We had them playing at that this week, trying to get the crowd out here, didn't we?
Well, I thought if we got them here early that they could tailgate and really have a big time.
Next week, big ball game right here. 2nd and 11 right here from the 13-yard line. There's the lob being attempted, and it's caught again. Hey, somebody grab the ball. It's a steal. It's a steal. Pearson's got it. He takes it back down to the 20. He didn't intercept. Wait a minute. Who's got that football?
The Red Hounds have the football, Don.
Well, the official is saying.
No, what?
Wait a minute. The official is saying Cumberland's football now. Wait a minute.
He must have stole it back.
Did they steal it back?
Evidently, he had the ball. We had the ball initially, or they had the ball, and we had the ball, and they got the ball, or something like that. I believe they took it back away from us.
They took it away from us. Re-steal. That's the first time I've seen a steal in a football game. Line of scrimmage at about the 20-yard line right now. And Tinsley, pardon me, that's Washington, who's carried the ball forward to about the 25.
And we have a good many fresh faces in there, Don, and that's where we should. We have some of the old standbys. We've got Corey Reeves and Jamie Tillett and Maeve and Sean Sargent and Brent Justice up front, but in our secondary, we've got quite a few new faces.
Ball to the 25-yard line, and 2nd down and 5 now. So apparently they got him a first down out of that a moment ago. There's that pass play. Tinsley and Dudley.
Jason Petrie with the tackle over on the sideline.
Yeah.
Jason Petrie, number 17. And Jason getting a little bit of playing time, getting a lot of that good experience, and came up and made a good stop there.
Number 17, Jason Petrie, is a 6', 158-pound junior. Stops him at the 28-yard line to pick up a 3. Now 3rd down and 2. And this will be Washington, and that's Moran. Got a lot of that jersey.
Moran and number 89, Don, for the Red Hounds.
Stephen Upchurch.
Stephen Upchurch, our old church basketball league player, and come in there and he really threw a good lick. Got in on that tackle very well.
Stephen is a 5'9", 180-pound junior. But they got him a first down on their forward progress just across the 30-yard line, I suppose, to the 31. Pickup of 3. That's their 10th first down of the ball game. 33-0. Corbin leading. 4 minutes and 35 seconds remaining. We're in the 3rd period of this one. And now one of the Tinsleys. This is Charles coming to the left side. But they throw it to the right side. That's a lateral to Buchanan, and Buchanan has to fall down behind the line of scrimmage to get the football.
I was just hoping he would catch it, Don, so the clock would keep going.
Well, he did, yes. Down to the 25-yard line, loss of 6 right there, so it's going to be 2nd and 16. A lot of Red Hounds seeing action here tonight. We have a lot of Red Hounds.
Oh, we do indeed. I counted them before the game. I think there were 67 dressed out, Don.
My goodness. Well, Charles Tinsley coming this way. And going the other way will be Rashawn Tinsley, number 23. And Adams looking. He's going to, well, wants to let it go a long way, but he'll be running with the ball now. His decision meets Mr. Moran again.
And Jeff Moran puts a very vicious hit on the young ball carrier from Cumberland and puts him down. I guarantee you he'll think twice about venturing over into his territory again.
Right near the line of scrimmage, got him a yard out of that one, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 15 for the first down. Corbin has had the ball for 1 series this half. Now the Redskins have had it for a series, and we're getting down to the 3-minute mark of this 3rd period. The rain that we've had did not really cool it down that much. The Tinsleys go each way again. Big 3rd down play for the Redskins, trying to keep a drive alive here on 3rd and 15. Okay, Adams, he'll let her go long, and it's short. Well, that will bring up a 4th down play. With the ball at the 25-yard line, Corbin ought to come out of this one with very good field position again.
I would think so. This game, I really believe, could be about any score that Coach Adams would choose to put on the board. Really uncharacteristic of this game in years gone by.
Aaron Schumann, Jason Gooden. Another setback there, and ooh, this one's a short kick.
I think they ought to check that. It looks like he's kicking a medicine ball.
That I believe you could kick it as well.
Yeah.
Need a break? All right, we'll give you a break. 2:38 to go, 3rd period. Time out of the score. Corbin 33, Cumberland nothing. Corbin has it at the 39-yard line. New quarterback, number 5, Patrick McCowan. McCowan gives it now, and that will be number 46 of Corbin, Brent Willoughby, as a flag goes down. Patrick McCowan, 5'10", 143-pound freshman, operating at quarterback.
You know, I like to see this, Don. I like to see Patrick and some of these younger kids get an opportunity to play. You never know when, due to an injury or something, that Patrick might be forced into the game in a very critical situation. And it's going to be good for him to have some plays behind him, some experience behind him.
Matt Phillips, last ball game, we couldn't identify number 48, I believe it was. That was Matt Phillips that we had tried to identify. And we'll wait to see if he gets in there tonight. Bad ankle? Okay, won't get a chance, but we'll give him credit for his play before that. The coaching staff very complimentary of him, by the way, as this season started. 5-yard penalty against Corbin will put the ball back up to the 44-yard line. 1st and 15 now. And number 23 is Chris Shackelford, the ball carrier, down near the 40-yard line. Let's see what he got.
Good slick ball handling by Patrick McCown there too, Don, as he really got the ball off, faked the ball off first, and then got it off to the ball carrier Shackelford very deftly, and can fool a lot of defensive players with that type of good ball handling.
3 yards to the 41, 2nd down and 12 for Corbin now. Willoughby is the wide out to the right side. McCowan leaves it, first man through, and that will be
Fortney, Wes Fortney.
Wes Fortney. He exploded through there quickly.
Fortney's picking up some good yardage, 5, 6, 7 yards at a crack.
Well, he got it down to near the 35, got about 6 right there. Well, let's give him 5 as they spotted it at the 36. Now 3rd down play coming up for Corbin with 1:15 to go in the 3rd period. And it's going to be the quarterback keeper around that side. Will he get the first down? He'll be close.
Oh, I'll tell you now, he exhibited some quickness, Don, getting around the corner that time. Patrick got out there and shifted it in 2nd gear, and right on around the corner he went.
We'll wait to see. He knocked out of bounds on the far side of the field inside the 30-yard line. So he needed about 7 yards, and he got about 7 yards near the 28-yard line. So we'll wait to see. 46 seconds to go in the 3rd period. Corbin got the first down at the 28-yard line, and did they fumble it? Yep. Yeah. There's the fumble, and Cumberland will take over. Well, they did get the first down. That would be 12 for them. And Cumberland has recovered the fumble at their 29-yard line with 32 seconds to go in the 3rd period.
Well, Don, unless the Red Hounds score, I think we've seen about all the scoring we're going to see. Or unless Cumberland scores, I think we've seen about all the scoring we're going to see, because the Red Hounds don't seem to be wanting to push the issue, and I don't blame them at all.
Cumberland takes it on the attack for the 2nd time this half. Number 2, Kenny Buchanan, comes to the side of the field as Adams gives, and the gain is good across the 30 to the 32-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter. After 3 periods, it's Corbin 33 and Cumberland nothing. Well, as we start our 4th period of play, a lot of hitting going on.
A real good lick in there. Let's see who gets off the bottom of that pile. One of the Red Hounds really put a hammer on him there. That was number 70.
70?
Stephen Smith, or
Travis Smith.
Travis Smith, and number 63, Todd Abney.
So, from the 32-yard line, he advances it perhaps a yard to the 33. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 7 for the Redskins. Rain starts coming down again. Pretty good crowd still here. Representative crowd for those that have sat through this rainy evening. Adams being chased, and he lets her go, and he's on target. Doesn't look like it's going to be good enough for 1st down as the pass is complete to Jason Obradovich.
And the tackle was made by number 89, Stephen Upchurch, and number 40, Wes Fortney.
That'll be a 4th down coming up.
And number 30, Jason Gooden.
At the 38-yard line. Well, 4th down the yard. Why not go for it, huh?
Suits me. I don't care what they do as long as they don't call timeout.
They're going to go for it. That's what they're going to do. All right, that end gets back in tight there. He kind of jumped the gun a little bit, but Washington, oh boy, hey, the fumble, it'll be Corbin's ball anyhow.
46.
Nice play by Brent Willoughby, number 46.
Yeah, that Brent Willoughby. You know, I've been hearing his name around, Don. Brent's supposed to have excellent speed, and he exhibited some of it there defensively, coming up and making the tackle and turning the football over to the Red Hounds. Nice play, Brent Willoughby.
Well, they wanted to go wide with their speed, Washington, but Willoughby met him head on in the backfield. Dropped him for a loss back at the 35-yard line, and Corbin will take over right there.
And here come the Chinese bandits.
You said we may not have any more scoring, but yeah, you never know. Good field position here. We'll see what happens now. Freshman quarterback Patrick McCowan in there.
Got the coach's son, Chad Adams, in there, number 10.
And Corbin has it at the 35.
Got number 53.
Well, they're going to have to call timeout.
Wesley Moore. Well, it gets a little confusing when you're not used to playing a certain squad.
So we'll be back with more. 9:39 to go. Corbin leads it by 33-0. Corbin got a delay of game penalty, 5 yards, which has put the ball back at the 40-yard line. That's Parks on the run, and Parks will get it back to the 36-yard line, so Parks gets 4.
And then a nice block in there by Lance White, number 28, as he was leading the way for Parks. Come up from his fullback position. Lance, 5'5", 158-pound sophomore. Kurt White's boy, and quite a little football player.
Well, they say his knee touched ground upfield a little bit at the 38. Got 2 yards on that one. It'll be a 2nd down and 13 play for Corbin.
Oh.
I think that was Fortney. Let's see, a flag goes down as he gets a couple of more yards. Nope, that was Willoughby.
Willoughby, and this is the kid that I was speaking of earlier, Don, that I've heard a good many comments about his quickness, his broken field running, supposed to have excellent speed. Willoughby is a sophomore and fine looking running back, kind of a tall, lanky type kid.
Well, Cumberland picks up a penalty on that one, so apparently a little bit of extracurricular there will cost him 15 yards. And Corbin gets a first down out of it. That's number 13 as they put the ball down to, what, the 22-yard line. So at the 22, 1st and 10. Number 74, Robert Gray, 220-pound sophomore. Let's see. We have, number 53, Wesley Moore, 171-pound sophomore. Number 69 is Jason Knoll, 192-pound sophomore. McCowan, your quarterback. He'll give it to Parks. Parks slips down. He tried to cut, couldn't get it to go.
Little slippery still on that wet field, and Parks tried to make his cut and went down a little bit before he could get over there. Over on the other side of the line, Don, we've got, well, now I can't see him.
Well, we got number 15 in the lineup. That's Frankie Helton, 144-pound sophomore. And let's
Number
see.
68.
Number 34 for Corbin is Byron Jones, a 150-pound sophomore.
68, Mark Mims.
And good slashing running by number 26.
Parks again, huh? No, that's Mike White, sophomore. Nice hard run by Mike White.
Well, that will take it down to the 18-yard line. And a pickup of about 4 right there. Corbin will have it 3rd down and 7 yards for the first down.
Got number 61, David Cobb, Don, in there, 5'5", 150-pound junior.
And it's going to be McCowan. Oh, he faked everybody. Here he goes at the 5. Touchdown.
Can you believe that? I want you to look at the speed that child exhibited there. Is that your boy, A.B.? I'll tell you, he can really turn it on. Patrick
Beautiful.
McCown turns the corner and gets his first varsity touchdown.
Patrick McCowan has taken it. What'd you give him? 18 yards? 18 yards, right. I had an 8 and a 1 and a 2, and I didn't know which it was, 28 or 18. 18 yards. Very nice.
Yes, it was. Patrick's sisters were tennis players, real good tennis players. That's an athletic family there. A.B. McCown, Julie McCown's boy, and I believe Patrick's going to show us a good bit of football before he leaves Corbin High School.
He did a great job there. 7:25 to go. Makes it 39-0. And they're going for the 2 after now. Let's see what they can do here from about 3 yards out. McCowan pitches back. Parks cuts. Parks goes. Got it.
All right. Nice run. Nice run. Good, hard, determined effort by Michael Parks as he turns the corner there and digs it into the end zone.
So with 7:25 to go, it's Corbin 41, Cumberland nothing. Well, Patrick McCowan kicking off now. And Buchanan takes the ball at the 25. Here he goes, trying to get a wall, but he will not get away from big number 89 for Corbin. That is Stephen Upchurch, 5'9", 180-pound junior, and he's a good athlete.
He really is. Stephen's played very well for Corbin in all their games this far this season, and making an excellent contribution. Is Stephen a junior this year? Is that what he is? Stephen's going to be one fine football player. He plays basketball in our church league down there too. He and his brother used to play for me, quite a basketball player.
At the 22-yard line, the Redskins got the football. 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go in our game now. Corbin on top by 41-0. Next week, it'll be Corbin and Bell County, and of course, that's a very big football game. 2 of the top teams in the state of Kentucky will collide right here at Campbell Field. Well, we got some youngsters in there for Cumberland Redskins right now.
Willoughby in on another good tackle, Don.
Yep, Willoughby's doing a good job in there. The gain was good for 1 to the 23-yard line. 2nd and 9 for the Redskins now.
Number 83, Brad Hall, enters the ball game at a defensive end.
Okay, lob downfield, be too far. Little 9 that came in there at the time. He has a pretty strong arm.
Yes, he does. He's much like the first-string quarterback, not very big, but seems like he can sling the ball pretty well.
That'll make it 3rd down and 9 with 6 minutes and 9 seconds to go. Don Estep along with Bill Crook and Dale Johnson tonight from Campbell Field as they'll stop the clock right here. We got a number correction here. Number 26 is Marcus Fox for Corbin. We've called his number a couple of times. So Cumberland on 3rd and 9. Little guy's got some time. He'll throw it. And was that intercepted? Nope. Incomplete pass. Knocked down by number 28. That's Lance Wyatt.
Lance is right in there playing good defense. He had it diagnosed very well, had his man covered.
It's going to be 4th down and 9 for the Redskins now. And they will be in punt formation with Jason Obradovich standing deep to do the punting. Frankie Helton deep and Chad Adams deep for Corbin. Willoughby almost got back there to get that one. Nice high kick this time. Helton takes it at the 45. Helton back to midfield. And Helton taken down at the 48-yard line. Good return.
Nice effort by Steve, is it?
Frankie
Helton. Nice effort as he cut it back upfield and picked up some nice little chunks of yardage.
It's going to be at the 48-yard line of Cumberland now, where Corbin will take it 1st and 10. So the freshman quarterback Patrick McCowan will continue to operate. He'll have Wyatt, Parks, and Fox in the backfield with him this time. And it's going to be Parks getting the call, and Parks will dig for about 3 yards to the 45.
Nice, determined run. Picked up some pretty good yardage. Keeps the clock running.
Well, we hope we have good weather and everything turns out all right next Friday night, of course, because we're entertaining a 3A power in the Bell High Bobcats, and Corbin has revenge on their mind. It'll be played right here at Campbell Field. Got it to the 44-yard line, so give him 4 right there. This is really, oh boy, I like that. Huh? Down to the 35-yard line, got him about 10 more yards.
And we're going to have to include him in the bevy of backs that show some quickness and some speed, as Willoughby just really bursts up the middle and picks up excellent yardage. He shows quite a bit of potential. Runs a good bit like Hickman, if you notice. Got that sudden burst of speed.
Oh, he was there in a moment. 9 yards to the 35. Corbin's 14th first down. Another kid, I think that was Chris Shackelford. Yeah, Shackelford does a good job. He had that hole real quick.
He does, and Shackelford's shown a little strength too. I noticed in the first half when he was carrying the football, he runs it with good authority, good power.
Down to the 31.
Number 58 coming into the ball game, Don. We got who is that?
We don't have a 58.
We don't have a 58.
Guys, who's 58? Jeff Adkins. Okay, Jeff Adkins, number 58. Second down and 6 for Corbin, and McCowan deals again, and that's Shackelford again. Oh, we're down to freshman. That's why. Yeah, we have him. Yeah, Jeff Adkins. 6 foot, 268-pound freshman. Is that right? Yeah, he's pretty good size. Look at that for a freshman. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he is a big kid.
Penalty against Corbin. Back up to the 35-yard line. Offsides is the call. Illegal procedure. 3:43 to go in the game. So from the 35-yard line, let's see what they do right here.
Let's give that ball to Lance White one time. Let him just burst it up that middle for about 8 or 10.
All right. 4:35. It's Parks. Ooh. Welcome to varsity football, huh?
Yeah, thank goodness they didn't give it to Lance. I didn't want him to get killed. That kid really put a lick on him.
Well, stopped right at the line of scrimmage on that one. So now they'll try it again on 3rd down. And 11 for the first down. 3:10 to go in our ball game. Let's see that quarterback
Roll out.
naked reverse again, huh?
That's
Here he
it.
comes. He's on an
Oh,
option
what a
this
block.
time.
What a block over there.
Oh, nice run away from the tackler that time by number 26, Marcus Fox.
And I love the block that number 20 out here. Was that Michael Parks again?
Yeah.
Michael Parks did a real good downfield block, and had they been able to get outside just a little quicker, he would have sprung them for a touchdown there. Real nice block by Michael Parks.
Well, it must be obvious to the officials. There are flags everywhere on that one.
Well, we've been
Illegal procedure
talking
against
about
Corbin.
Michael Park. Number 20 is Chris Okuma.
Oh, Chris Okuma?
Yeah, we have, and Chris has been playing a real good ball game. Michael will certainly appreciate that.
I don't know what we'd do without Mr. Cox here tonight, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Chris Okuma is number 20. All right. Let me write that down. Bill, you just keep on playing there.
All right, we got it going.
Hey, spell Okuma, by the way.
O-K-U-M-A.
O-K-U-M-A. All
That's
right.
how I spell it. I don't know how he spells it.
Okay, Chris. If you have any doubts about it, that's Bill. Where are we now? At the 40-yard line? 3rd down and 16 for the first down. 2:40 to go in the ball game. All right, Mr. McCowan on right in the center of the field this time. Flags down again. And here he goes. Here he goes. Here he goes.
Patrick's gone
come on,
again.
Patrick. 10, 5, touchdown, but will it be called back?
Oh, I hope not.
I hope not. Come on. Call a mouthpiece or
Oh.
something on that defensive man. Hey, that kid's all right, huh?
Oh, McCann? Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah,
I know
look
he's
at
all
him.
right. Yeah. I was just seeing what they was going to come up with here.
Oh, well, he might can run a little longer.
No, they got motion. Illegal procedure, motion, whatever.
Let them hold. There's only 3 minutes to go in the ball game.
Yeah.
Come on.
If there's anything this crew don't need practice at, it's throwing flags.
Oh, goodness. Let these youngsters get a thrill here.
I'll tell you one thing. Patrick McCown's shown me something.
Yeah. He's shown Redskins something, too.
Yeah, he sure has.
Well, he'll have a chance to do it a little longer this time as they put it upfield on a holding call to the 45-yard line. Patrick got him wind left.
Turn it right around. Come around this
Bring
inside.
it this side. I'd like to
Yeah.
see it on this side. 3rd down, long way to go. Yeah, here he comes.
Turn it up.
Get inside there. No,
Okay.
didn't develop for him.
That's all right. It's a little tough
About a yard.
running back-to-back 60-yard sprints.
Going to be 4th down.
Okay.
And I don't believe they'll kick. Let's see. Clock runs at 2:10 to go in the ball game. I wouldn't think they would.
No, they're leaving Patrick in there, so they're going to do something. Maybe they'll let him throw a pass.
I was wondering about that. Can Patrick pass too?
Yes, sir. He's a lefty, from what I understand.
A lefty. Oh, yeah. Shades of Ralph Wilder coming back here. Is that what we're going to see?
Yeah.
How many left-handed quarterbacks have we had?
Well, we haven't had very many. I couldn't tell you
That's
what
a good
hand
trivia question, isn't it?
for the last 7 or 8 years. I couldn't tell you which hand they throw with, but
You're mean. Willoughby. Nice running, Willoughby. Keep moving.
turn it on.
Keep
Go.
running it, Willoughby. Willoughby to the 15, and a flag goes down.
Oh, man.
How about that?
Super run. Brent Willoughby really has got some not only good speed and strength, Brent's got some excellent instincts. Did you notice him weaving in and out and going behind blockers? This kid's gonna help this varsity ball club before this season's over. It's we're going so deep with backs. I think we've gone periods of time of 5 years that we haven't had as many good backs as we've got this year.
Oh, they're going to bring this one back? Well, we're getting a lot of practice, though, running long, aren't we?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, guys.
I'm going to get a lot of practice at cussing these referees and throwing these flags.
Give them a break. 1:28 to go. I can't believe this.
The sports comes on in 15 minutes, and here we are.
Well, it's a Friday night when we're doing this, obviously. Well, we're back to our 45, fourth down and 100. How far to go?
I'd say about as far as Patrick can run if he gets loose.
Well, Patrick and Willoughby both have taken it a long way. Since we mispronounced his name, called him the wrong thing a few times, let's let Okuma or Fox go.
Yeah, it's Okuma. Okay. Fox is in there too, Marcus.
Yeah, they're both in there.
Yeah, or Shackelford. We could just give it to anybody.
I'd quick kick. All right. Hey,
Patrick going to throw it.
Throw it to number 10.
Look at that left
Pass interference.
Ah.
Hey, they got it. Of course.
Complete to Chad Adams.
Yeah, okay.
Coach Adams' son gets into the game and picks up his first.
That was good for about 25 yards, but we're still going to give up the football.
He did look a little bit like Ralph Wilder turned that ball loose.
Yeah. I still ask you, how many left-handed quarterbacks have we had?
Well, let's see. There was Ralph Wilder.
Well, yeah, it was pointed out earlier in this.
And
trivia question: how many left-handed quarterbacks have we had?
There was Patrick McCown.
Yeah, Patrick McCown.
That's two.
Yeah.
Philip Ray Hinterlight might have been left-handed. I couldn't tell you. He could throw one.
He was ambidextrous.
He could throw one as well left-handed as he could right-handed.
Philip Ray, that was Crook that said that. Now that kid can throw. That's an interception. No, it's not. 46 seconds to go.
Adams had his change for a second reception and 2 throws from each quarterback.
Yeah.
Chadlaw will end up being the leading receiver on this team. Well, let's see. We got Ralph Wilder and Patrick McCown.
We've established that.
I don't know.
Anybody else?
I can't. Yeah. Tony Asbridge.
Ooh, look at that.
Tony Asbridge was a
nice.
left-handed quarterback.
Chris Okuma.
You remember Tony Asbridge?
I remember, but was he left-handed?
He certainly was left-handed quarterback.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yeah. Very sure.
All right.
And we seemed like we had somebody else.
Mm-hmm. We're down to 19 seconds now, the clock running. That might have been the last play. That's a good play by Okuma, as he dropped him for about a 6-yard loss on that one. And 5 seconds to go. Let's wrap it up and take it home here. We'll be back next week, Corbin and Bell County, and that'll be it. Thank you for joining us, Bill.
Good night.
Thank you, Dale. This is Don Eastep from Campbell Field and Corbin. Thank you, fans, for joining us. Hello again, everybody. Don Eastep along with Dale Johnson and Bill Crook here from Campbell Field and Corbin. It's a big night as the Corbin Redhounds, with a record of 2-1, take on the undefeated Bell County Bobcats. They're 3-0. Bell County, one of the top-rated 3A teams in the state of Kentucky. Corbin, one of the top-rated 2A teams in the state. Corbin is remembering quite so well the defeat last year at the hands of Bell County,